I want to show you guys some stuff that I put together this week. This is is it Playmobil? I think this is, I think this is Playmobil. So, oh no. Yep, this is Playmobil. So this came out in 97. So I have, it's missing pieces. So I didn't even realize it was missing pieces. I paid $15 from this. And I got to go back and see if they've got the other pieces, because I bought this at a Sally Army store, thrift store, and it wasn't put together. So it was just pieces in a bag. So I got to go, well, it's got missing pieces. Can I have a discount now? Because seriously, it's like a third of it's gone. So this is a Playmobil police station. So I'm going to call it Gotham Police Station, right? So you can go with all the Batman toys all up there and all up that side. Yep, there. And so I've been having to clean up stuff and organize. So I still haven't put up any bat, all the bat stuff yet. So these are the recent two. I think, I'm not sure if I've showed it, but these are the recent two that came in this week. This one here, Two-Face and Batman. And I think there was might have been this one here as well. This is a Kenner, if I remember right. So you can see the Kenner ones are they're around about the same size. They're from the 90s, if I remember right. Now, according to my my freelance toy designer friend in America, Hawk Sanders, who's also the CEO of Rising Sun Comics, there's 3 places you can check where the brand and who made it and stuff. It's in here in the thigh, over here on the back, or around here, up there, or on the feet. So this one has got it right over here on the thigh. There we go. Perfect. So as you can see, it's DC Comics Incorporated, 1996. So, but on the other leg, can we focus, buddy? Focus. It does say Kenner right over here. Right. So there's that. So that's a Kenner one. This one, of course, has it on the back over here, above the belt, and also on the butt. So this one is new, quite recent one. This is Mattel. So you got Kenner and Mattel. So what year is that? Hold up. I use my trusty mobile phone, which has come in very handy this week because of doing Lego. I've been able to take a photo of like the designs, instructions, and then enlarge it. So it's come in very handy. Same thing with this. I can like take a photo, as long as it's in focus. And DC Comics, Mattel, doesn't say what year. Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't say what year. Weird. Yeah, doesn't say what year. Okay, so that's that. Of course, you've got the Kenner one again. This is quite strange because it's got like Maiden and Alan Ken on that side. Then it's got like DC in trademark on that side. All right, so let's get to some. Of course, I mentioned that we've got this one. This was bought on auction, and it cost me a bit more than I think these two, maybe the same price as these two, because you got to have one of those. Now, let me get that out of the way. Get some room here because the study desk is really bad. I figured out that I was gonna have like my oh yeah, these things clip on like with like this at the bottom here, right? So I figured out with these ones that I was thinking that maybe I can run my cell phone as a second unit camera, right? As a second camera. Oh, that's not going to work, so I'm just going to leave that there. So, which means that I could like have a camera aimed down at the desk. So when I'm trying to put it, when I'm trying to show you guys that, when I'm trying to show you stuff over here, you can actually see it on a second screen. But I found out, like, I don't know what was happening, but I couldn't get it to work. It just came up blank. Okay, so this lot, right? This box is an A4 size box, A4 paper size box, and it's about 4-inch, almost 4-inch by 12-inch. 4-inch by 12-inch, right? Box of figurines that I bought through a friend, and no extra charge, right? But that came from Singapore. So these figurines, like, have been bought from another through a friend who was getting a bulk lot sent. So it would, like, we end up like going cheap on the import, whatever, So it came from Singapore. So so I got to get some really cool figures for well under retail price, right? Well under 50%. So you got, is this Apocalypse? Remember, right? So this is a Apocalypse figure. Now, for size wise, right? I have a, where's the normal one? Oh, gosh. I guess you could, this is a Nuclear Man. I can't remember who this guy is. Anyway, so you can see, wait, hold on. It's quite a soft little jelly feeling thing, but it's not really. It feels like it. It's not. Who is this? Is this a DC? Tell me, are you DC or not DC? There it is on the legs. Marvel. Okay, so there's a Marvel figure. I don't know who that is, right? But I liked it. I liked it because I thought I could repaint this figure as one of my characters, as Red Dot, because Red Dot has that sort of haircut, right? So I could actually do this whole thing as a Red Dot figure. I could probably change the head with something else, like this guy, right? So, because I was thinking, like, what if I took this guy's head, put on this body? Now I could repaint this into Red Dot. That's the idea. So I didn't buy these for my to like put on the shelf and, hey, look, I got this. Was that Moon Knight? I don't even know who that is. But so I could now have, like, I take off this cape. You better come off. Cape. Right. Now I have two versions of my one character, right? Why does he have like bare feet? Look, it's got bare feet. So I could have two versions, like, of him, like one version with the hair and one version with the mask on. So all I need to do is figure out what paint to use and to paint them up. Or I could basically send these back to my friend and say, hey, who's actually a customizer, right? Can you please paint this into two versions of my one character, right? So that's why I bought these two. Not because I like these characters, not that I care about them, but because I could do something with them. I could have them customized. So what I really like about this whole deal is that I have 3 of X-23 Laura. I have a Funko Laura, Funko Pop Laura, bobblehead up there. I have the first appearance 6th issue NYX. Then I also had X-23, which I can't remember the name of. Let me find out. Hold on. Where are you? Gosh. Do I have it here somewhere? There we go, Key Collector. So let's have a look. So there's a website called keycollectorcomics.com, and X23, right? So there we go. So I have, let's have a look. I can put that on there so I can show you guys this. Present X23. Okay, so as you can see here, right? So I have, where are we? There we are. So I have this series, and I also have, I did have this, and I did have that. I think I sold those two. And I also have this series, right? Oh, even the must-haves have gone up in price. That's interesting, right? So this is weird. So 20. I didn't realize they'd come out in 2010 at the same time. When did I buy my one? 2004. Yeah, 2004 is when I bought it. So the story, how I ended up with this, is that when it came out, I said I'll get this, and the guy at the comic shop said, "Why do you want to have a little girl in it? Like, just grab it, man." So I put it on pull list, got it. Didn't know anything about it, and then later on we realized it was like so-called Wolverine's daughter, right? Clone daughter. And I ended up with 2 issues of this, of 23, right? I mean, number of 3, where just that's when they go Wolverine's daughter kind of reveal kind of thing, who she is now, right? I kind of like, if you watch, is it Paprika? There is a anime. It's kind of, does it start with K? I can't remember if it starts with K. Actually, they had Samuel L. Jackson do a. Maybe I'll get it that way. Which kind of feels like it's a ripoff of the story, right? Not this one here. This is like a ripoff of, like this is based off that. So let me see when did this one come out? What was the name of it? So the anime, the whole story of friggin' Kite, right? It's Kite. So Kite is actually basically the X23 story, right? A child assassin, right? And who does she kill? Yeah. So, she's basically out there to take out such and such, right? After so the story is after her cop father's killed a young woman, tracks down the murderer down with the help of his ex thing. So it's not too much that, but if you really think about it, like I mean, there's nothing new under the sun, right? So there is a Kite is an anime, and then they did a the guy who did Kite worked on anime department for Akira, Grave of the Fireflies, right? Misa Forte. Why is that spelled Forute? Am I wrong? Is it spelled wrong? Yeah, it's spelled wrong. Forute. Who spelled that? I knew that was spelled wrong. It's Misa Forte. Anyway, so yeah, so it felt like, for me, it felt like it was like that story. So it didn't feel anything like anything new. Of course, then it started like, the concept is there, right? So I ended up with 2 issues, and I sold two copies of X20 X NYX number 3. Sold one for $60 at the time because I needed it. right? It's like about 2014. Yeah, 14. Yeah, I think it was 14 when I sold for $60. I mean, it only cost me $10, right? So I made 50, 500% on it, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. So, but I still have it. Like, and then there was another time when I was selling it, and somebody was offering me so much, a couple of, such and such money, and I'm so glad I held on to it. So now I don't sell comics at all, right? I don't sell anything I own at all. So that's the story behind getting these, and let's go with that. Yeah, so that's the story about getting Laura. So now I have 3 different versions of Laura. These are like used, right? Secondhand, whatever. Don't really care. But I get to have, 2 of the same of this, right? With that costume, and then I have got one with that one. So let's have a look. What's her? Which one is the new one? Right. None of the covers, like these are like none of the covers of these costumes. So this is I guess this is her X-Men costume, right? And this is her not X-Men costume. But yeah, so I don't know how much I paid for this one, but yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and I also ended up, I think this actually takes a battery. So I ended up with this as well as part of the purchase, right? So I don't know what I paid for this. And I think if you press this, I think it's a light, right? So that's what I think it does. So freewheeling, this is Batman the animation. Let me see, what year is this? Once again, I can't see. Come on, my trusty phone camera, right? Phone camera, what was camera phone? Focus. There we go. Oh, such tiny right. So Toys International, China, 97? No, doesn't say. Toy State International Limited, made in Shenzhen, China. DC Comics, trademarking copyright WBE. Yeah, so it's a Warner Brothers one. So I mean, so it's definitely off the actual. I guess it's when Warner Brothers maybe bought DC. But yeah, so now I got to find a figure that goes on there. Maybe it's a Kenner figures that goes on it, right? Maybe it's some other one. Well, it's definitely not the Kenner ones, man. Whatever figure that goes on it has to be able to bend the knee, right? So it's got to be something like ones that bend the knee, and they're saying that none of these Kenner ones are it. So maybe this is a Mattel one. But I got to find a figure for that. So you got the size variance on that, right? Let's get rid of that. We don't need Laura there yet. So yeah, she gets, she's bending forward a bit. But you got the size difference between her body and Apocalypse. It is Apocalypse, right? I'm probably going to get that wrong. Sure, it's Apocalypse. Yeah. But this is such a, one thing that really freaked me out, well, maybe amazed, was this. It's like latex, right? Or rubber, whatever it is. It's like really flimsy. And I kind of thought, imagine, I mean, it's all machine cut, right? Of course, but just the details in this, it's very impressive to me. I thought that was really cool, the fact I did that. And there's 2 layers as well. So you can see, if you can see here, right? So there's a top layer, right? And then underneath that, so you can see here. So there's that one, and then there's right underneath that, there's another layer. So there's 2 layers of this. and there's 4 lots. So there's a lot here and there's a lot there. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I guess that's what that's there for. So you can actually take this off because don't break. Oh God, that's in so deep. But I think you're supposed to be able to take it off somehow, right? Because you can see like the peg. But of course, I don't like to force these things. Yeah. So you can actually take it off, but there's so you know how you got a nail? You got the head on the nail. So that's basically what this is like. It's like a head on the nail. So you can see that it's like a little cap. There's a ridge there. So it's pushed over that ridge to keep it in there. So I'm going to try to do anything like that. Right, so the next one, oh, this is what I want to show. So I finally got a Cyberman to go with my little and my big, right? There's like a big Dalek there. There's a black one, then there's a little tiny gold one over there somewhere. But I always kind of wanted one of these, so I finally got one. So this is 1963. That's when it came out, right? And this is from 2006. BBC Worldwide. Is that cool? What? I'm so excited I got one of these. Right? Talking about robots today. So, robot comic book series. So this is a really good figure. So you have the fists that move around. You got an elbow that joins that move. You got the shoulder joints that side to side, as well as round, right? Up and side to side and around. And you got a head that goes right around. Is that cool or what? I'm just looking at it for the first time myself. So yeah. So you got the feet that go right up and down. Up and down. Yep, up and down. Side around and around. And of course the knee band. So this is a really cool figure. And of course the hip as well, right? Pretty loose, side to side, and front and back, not too much. You don't really need it to do too much because your feet are actually going around, doing side to side, right? You don't have the toes, that you have on like this one here, right? You don't have the toes pointing up and down, but you do have the, that's another thing I didn't notice was that like with this one, the boots, like the boot part of it goes right around like from here. So and the smell is pretty cool. So it's like, it kind of feels like it's been washed, but I think it's probably just been really well looked after in a fresh and home. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, man, I'm just so excited to have one of these. I would love an angel now, right? To go with it. And also one of the doctors. The classic first doctor would be really cool. Oh, and the other thing I want to mention, these all came individually bubble wrapped, right? So that's pretty cool. I really appreciate that. Because, if you're a collector, you don't want stuff like I said about comics. I really hate comics arriving. The head went for runner, which is good because it just means that like I don't have to put too much pressure to get these heads off. Like I was saying, that I'm going to change them anyway, one to the other, right? From this one to that one. So yeah, yay! It's cool actually. Oh, look at the way this one goes. Like it goes all the way down there. All right, so there's my 3 Loris. Let's get her up. Let's get her wrapped up in a way. All right. Why not? Dos, tres. Which way would be better? No, it'd be that way better. Yeah, that way. That way. That way. Yeah. All right, you stay there. Okay, those two are fine. Don't have to worry about that. Oh, is that the Nuclear Man? Because the other one's the DC one's called Atom, right? This must be the Nuclear Man. And of course, and now, so I've been after redheads, and this kinda, I could kind of get away with looking like if I get what is it? If I remove, I think these, I'm not sure, but if you put hot water, these would come off. So I could basically have my Incredi-Girl head, right, on another figure. Another, like, even probably on Laura, right? If I was to get rid of things, but I don't want to do that. I'll find another female figure and I'll do that too. On top of, yeah, so I got the spare head, right? Which is pretty cool. I think that's just an extra from Carlos. And then there's this. Now I think there's a Fortnite figure, right? Now the body itself would work pretty cool if I was to do Incredi-Girl, right? So if I remove the head, right, hot water, right, they said, and replace the head with this one, but I think I've got another head that would work, and the body would be fine, but it would need some cleanup to make it drink. But I think the structure of the boots and all that could work, but yeah, who knows. But this Fortnite character, right, comes with all these, I'm really not sure what this is. Like, is it like it goes on his shoulder or something? Because you've got two different, like a gun or something. Or maybe they're both guns. Yeah. I'll have to find out. Right. So I guess this one of these is supposed to be a gun, and one of them isn't. But this is a cool figure. Like, seriously, these figures are really well detailed, and I think I can't wait till we get our own Incredi-Girl figure looking something, classy like these figures. It'd be so cool. And I can go, yay! Oh, $1,500, dude. Not 15, maybe 15,000, something like 1,500 to come up with a design of that. That's not something can simply just turn up or come up with. But over time, build up things, and over time you're able to do something. So there is that lot, and I've got a couple others here, and that's just the first box, guys. Right. So I might leave the second box till Thursday because I think that'll be cool. But I'll share the stuff in this box. And then, so the other thing I've got is I have a Doctor Strange. Now, I actually have Strange, which is written by JMS, a 6-issue figure, no, 6-issue comic book series. Let me see if they have it on here. Maybe see if it's worth anything. Character, no, title. Strange. Can do it. One sec, buddy. Doesn't look like it. No. Well, maybe it's the second page. Let me have a look. I'll show you guys. Nope. Okay, let's find out. So, JMS by Strange. Maybe it's in Mile High Comics. I'll be able to show you guys from this what I mean by why I got this. It's like usually I don't go by movies as such. I'm more like when it comes to toys and stuff, I'm more about comics. If I'm getting something, I'm about the comics. And I can't remember what year it came out. Is it 2006? Is it 2004? There it is. Straczynski. So yeah, so let's have a look. I'll show you these, right? So right. So let's zoom in a bit and I'll show you this series here. So this is a series that J. Michael Straczynski did. The guy we looked at last week, who did Babylon 5, right? Who just put out, his animated movie just came out, which he wrote called Far From Home, right? So this is the series he wrote was Strange, and that's it talks about Strange losing his being a doctor, and there was an accident, and his hands got mangled, and so he went like Batman, right, to something Pandapal, I can't remember, where what's his name goes. Oh, that place that we saw, right? Like if you saw like Multiverse at the start there where they're battling it out at the temple thing, that place, right? And his hands get healed, he gets right again. So this is a series that kind of James kind of got him like an origin series. And this is a good book to start off on, I think. Personally, I think that's a good book to start off on, right? And it's a thinking man's comic book about Strange. Kind of, that's what I can think of. So these are US prices, of course, but they don't mean nothing to me. One day, if I meet J. Michael Straczynski, I'll be rocking up to him and say, "Can you please sign these? They mean a lot to me." Right? Oh, look, if you get a 9.5, I think I've got a 9. Like all mine, all the comics I ever get, they end up in bag and bone, right? What we call like slipcase, right? Like you get a plastic bag, and then you get a card, the white card in the back, so it's nice flat. So all mine are like that. So I reckon that mine are around 8, 7, 8, maybe even more. But yeah, so that's why I got this. I thought it would be cool to have. It would be cool to have a JMS. That one, yeah, it would be cool to have a Doctor Strange. This week it's kind of like, I got my Babylon 5, and I've got my Doctor Strange. All I need now is my Thor. Well, I got enough Thors, but I mean, like, I need my Thor from his Thor run, right? And so on. So I can just basically have like that series kind of set up. We don't know, but it is what it is. So we finish up on the last figure. I think I actually got this for free. I'm not really sure what the deal with this was, whether if I paid extra for it or what, but I ended up with this, and I think I don't know what happened, but I got it. So I'm quite it's here. So this is a die cast shell, like the yellow is die cast, which means it's metal, but the rest is plastic. So this is kind of like it's if you're kind of doing some sort of like setup, like a pose or something. Where's that Batman thing? There you go. You could have your Batman set up like that, and you could have like someone driving it, someone who's small enough to get in there. That he isn't, of course, or you can have him like posed and standing on there, right? The bat suit. I mean, not the bat suit, the Iron Man suit, right? So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So you can have something like that. Oops. Now the other, like I mentioned earlier about Carlos and I, that how he, he doesn't like I asked him how come he doesn't keep his doesn't keep his stands. And he's like, well, I like to just have my characters, toys, figures, whatever, stand on their own feet, right? And so whatever figures he gets that comes with a stand, he basically sells them, or I end up buying them. He just tells me I've got some, and I go, okay, cool. So I end up with and the stickers that come with them, right? Sometimes, so I end up with cards and stickers. All right, custom by Machu. Right, you got a sticker from what's his name, Mars Morales, right? So a Black Panther sticker. Thanks for shopping with us. We hope to see you at Shop Disney again, right? You got Thor. Thanks for shopping with us, right? Deadman. So he's got all these figures, right? Armored Batman. Oh, I don't think I have an Armored Batman. Dark Knight Trilogy. Not sure if I have that one. Don't have that Joker either. So yeah, these are all the the Rebirth. Yep. So I don't actually have these characters. Oh, I think I have a Deadman. Wait. I was going to get a Deadman, but he realized that he needed the Deadman for something else, so I didn't end up getting it. But I actually had a Deadman, like I showed you. Yeah. That's why so I wasn't too fussed, so I was quite okay with it. But yeah. So, but yeah, I got all these to to make my character stand up now, because I like them standing. I don't like them I like them standing on a stand, right? Doesn't matter what stand they're from. I just like them standing on a stand because I don't want them flopping around and getting knocked, because I'm always moving around, and because I walk with a cane, all the time basically. I kind of like move awkwardly anyway. And this is before even getting a slip disc this week. So yeah, so you got that. And the really cool thing about this is a latex, right, cape, which is really flimsy. So it's, got that both sides. I do like his character. I wasn't too fussed about the movie, but I think, I think when you have when you put out so much stuff that they have done, and not just stick to, just making TV, like like the comic books just for movies, not for TV. Choose one or the other, right?